Well, hey y'all, I hope you're all having a great day. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, I'm so happy to have you. I'd love it. I would just love it if you join us on this journey. Subscribe, like, and share. I'd love to have you. Returning folks, family, community, I need one of these as well, you know it. All right, so today y'all have a kind of fun video, I think. I think you're gonna like it. Recently, I've been looking into some DIY kitchen products and hacks, mainly to see if I could save some money, trim my budget back even more than I'm already trimmed it back to save some extra money. I thought I'd look into these homemade cleaning products and some hacks as well. I have 9 hacks all using household ingredients. I tried every one of these out. So what I'm going to do today is report to you which ones work, which ones do not, and which ones are just more trouble than they're worth. So let's look into it. Don't go away, y'all. It's going to be fun. So let me go over some of the ingredients and supplies you might need to do some of this. Okay, first of all, first and foremost, somebody give a little fanfare right here, because this right here, baking soda is one of the star ingredients in all of these cleaning recipes. Baking soda is imperative. The other main one that you must have on hand, white vinegar. Again, doesn't matter what brand you buy. Here's another thing, hydrogen peroxide. This is 3%. It's always good to have some of this in your cabinet. So there's that. You can use it for all kinds of things. And then I've got rubbing alcohol as well. Also probably have in your cabinet. I have some rice, raw rice, any kind you have. I have some everyday household plain table salt, everyday household lemons, and yeah, that's about it. Never ever store vinegar and baking soda mixed up in a closed, airtight container. You're liable to get yourself an explosion if you're not careful. So be careful about that. The other thing I absolutely don't do, I do not mix this hydrogen peroxide with anything. Now you'll find some recipes probably for for cleaning that will tell you mix this with baking soda, mix it with this and that, and then it'll give you a whole bunch of things to be careful about. And I just don't fool with it. This stuff is strong all by itself. It's just fine. It's just absolutely fine. Let's get going. All right, the first thing that I tried was this little cleaning hack as to how to get weird bottles, containers, whatever you call them, clean from grease. I use this for oil and vinegar dressing that I make, and I put balsamic vinegar in it. And it always stains, and it's just really difficult to get something really super small, see that, and get in there and clean it. So what you do is you take some rice, you put a couple tablespoons of rice in here, or just as much as you want or little as you want. Put some water in, you put a couple of drops of Dawn. And by the way, I also use Dawn. There's lots of recipes for making your own dishwashing liquid, but that's one of the things I don't go to fool with. I enjoy Dawn. Just a couple drops in there, and then you shake it up. And rinse it out real good. And I want you to know, I just did this one. It's just sparkling. Yeah, it's a great idea. This one works. Do it. Okay. Number 2, removing coffee stains from your coffee mugs, ceramic coffee mugs. And you know, if you just drink coffee in that favorite cup of yours, morning after morning or day after day, eventually it's gonna get brown and everything like that. So I did try this one. So what you do is you take your coffee mug and you're gonna make up a paste inside of it with baking soda, put enough in there, and water to make it pasty, real pasty. And then I put about a tablespoon of lemon juice in it, and And then I tried, because they said if you really need it, do that. I went on ahead and put some salt in there. Plain old salt, okay? And then you're supposed to put, you stir it all around and you kind of get the paste around in the sides. Then you put some ice cubes in it and you set that mug aside for about 20 minutes. Right. And when I came back, big fail. No, that was a big fail. Didn't do a thing, not a thing. It may work for you and on different things. Didn't work for me, so I'm gonna give that a 0 rating. I'm going from 1 to 10, 0 rating. I'll give this one, I'll give it a 10. All right, number 3. Okay, so soak food in vinegar, fruits and vegetables that have skin on them. Our culture just puts so many heavy pesticides on our food that's grown. Best thing to do, if you can afford it, is to buy organic. And there are some things I do buy organic that are really, really important. Look up, Google the Dirty Dozen Foods that the FDA puts a list out of a dozen foods, they do it every year, that have the highest concentration of pesticides and chemicals. And right at the top every year, every single year, are strawberries and berries. Every one of them. I really buy organic those if I can't soak them and all like that. And then your greens, all your greens. You can do this with those too. But first let's talk about fruits and vegetables that have skin on them. Okay, so what you do is you fill your sink with cool water, and then you want to put a cup of white vinegar in there. It doesn't hurt if you put a little extra, and you swish it around, and then you put your fruits and vegetables in there that have skin, and you're going to leave them about 20 minutes. And then you rinse them real good, dry them off, and I don't really know if it's how are you going to know? Taking all that out of there, the pesticides, but I've decided to trust it. I've read it in several really reliable sources. If you want to do your greens and your berries, you can do that too. Do the greens separate. Don't soak them 20 minutes. Let's give it 5 minutes, and then take them and put them in a colander or with your hands and really, really rinse them. Dry them on a paper towel. Berries do the same thing. I'm going to give that, far as I know, a 10. I mean, that's a win. I hope. All right, so moving on to the next thing. All right, so here's another one. Clean and polish your kitchen sink with lemon and salt. All right, this is supposed to make your kitchen sink absolutely sparkle and get all the deposits of whatever's all on it, mostly if it's gotten dull, okay? So I tried this one. I got my salt. I cut this in half. I cleaned out my sink first, I wiped it down and everything. And I cut this in half, and on that half of a lemon, I just dumped salt. I rubbed it all in and everything. And I just used it like a scrubber. And I just worked and worked on it. I'm going to show you how it turned out. Check it out. Fail. 0. I won't say 0. I tell you what, the sides kind of sparkled up, but that stuff on the bottom didn't look not nary a bit different. So, nah, not so much. Not impressed at all. That's a 0, a big fail. All right, let's do another one. Disinfect your kitchen surfaces with, you can do either one, peroxide, hydrogen peroxide, or rubbing alcohol. This not only, right here, the alcohol is probably what will really take off bacteria and use it as a really disinfectant. And what you do is you just put it on a rag. I don't even water it down. Put it on a rag and go to wiping. It works really well. Always makes me feel clean. Either one of those products makes me feel good and clean. In my kitchen anyway. All right, here's one that's kind of, by the way, I forgot to rate this one. Well, let's give it a 9. Okay, and so now let's go on. This one I think is pretty common. You take your blender. I do all of my protein shakes with, that I put a lot of greens and almond milk and all that. I do a lot of that. I do all those in my blender, and the protein powder gets stuck on there. Or maybe you're putting together something that's really, really sticky and oily, got oil in there, whatever. Just fill the thing with water. Don't even fill it, about half fill with water. Dump some Dawn in there and zip it, let it go a couple seconds. Gonna clean it right up. The blade and everything as shiny as can be. Cut your work in half. All right, so I'm gonna give that one a 10. That's a win. All right, now this one was a good, I'd never tried it, so I did try it, and it's clean in your microwave. I'm gonna tell you how to do it, and then I'm gonna show you how it turned out. All right, so what you do is you take 2 cups of water in a bowl, and then you put 2 tablespoons of the white vinegar in there, and I also put in some lemon juice, and then 1/4 of a cup of lemon juice. And then I'm gonna put 1/2 cup of baking soda in there. I'm gonna stir it all up, and you put it bowl up inside the microwave. I put it on high for 5 minutes. And what that's gonna do in there, it's gonna build up steam. And steam is such a wonderful cleaner, right? So it's gonna, and then it's got those other agents in there that's gonna be working with you. So let me show you how this one turned out. Oh, that one was a win. 10 and win. Yes. Okay, so let's get the last one in here. Okay, remove grease from cookware. So let me tell you what this one would do. All right, so what you're gonna do, you're gonna fill your sink with hot water. Then you're gonna put 1/2 cup of baking soda, 1/4 cup of lemon juice, and then you're gonna stir that all up, and then you're gonna put those pans down in there. Pans, whatever, microwave dishes, whatever you have. Put them in there and you soak them for about 10 to 15 minutes. And when you come back and get them out of there, they're just as clean as they can be. I did it, and you know what? It's a win. That's a 10. I hope that information was helpful. But y'all drop me some comments. Let me know some things you do. All right, listen, I hope you enjoyed it. You guys go. You have a blessed day. Find something to smile about. Y'all here in North Florida, we are not even in the 90s anymore. We're staying in the 80s. We are ecstatic. It's coming. It's coming. Cooler weather's coming. Anyway, find something to smile about. And I will see you next time. Thank you so much for joining me.